So I mean, obviously you're a sci-fi buff as well. So the
Yeah,
next question is kind of based on what you're saying in future tense, right? I mean, with the whole metaverse and you got NFTs and all this new stuff that's
yeah.
been around forever, where do you see the publication industry 20 years from now with the onset, newborning of metaverse?
I think it's going to be highly digitized. I think that digitization is already there. We still believe in brick and mortar because there's still the satisfaction of going into a bookstore and seeing your book on the shelf and being able to organize things like book signings with that's actually at a location like that. So there is value in that. But yeah, I definitely I didn't believe in the metaverse until I got a Valve Index. I'll tell you that right now. There's something I was convinced of it the minute that I put that on my head, because until you actually take that step and you're sitting there saying, oh, that can't be that interesting, and then you put it on and then 5 minutes later it's like, okay, my world's different now, because I know that is going to just continue to become more advanced. I know that right now that's actually the kind of baby second step, not really first step. That would go back to like the Rift, and then of course the stuff in the 90s that didn't work. But this I can see where that kind of presentation of media, constant consuming media, is going to become extremely popular, and in just social media and interconnectivity. Um, I think they're heading in the right step. Anyone that's trying to get into that field. Now, what is that going to do to books? Books have already gone to tablets. I don't know if it's necessarily going to translate heavily into VR. I know that storytelling is.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel that in the future, what you're going to definitely be having is, I think, fiction, storytelling fiction, and especially interactive fiction. As we're looking right now, gaming has become movies now. I mean, you're sitting there, there's a Halo television series, and some people are asking, well, why do we need that? It was already a game, it was already a movie. Same with Mass Effect. These are nerdy properties, but yeah, Mass Effect was already a movie. It was a better movie as a game because you were interacting with it. And VR is going to take that next step. I believe very firmly, because I can already see how real it can be now. In 10 or 15 years from now, it's going to be even more. So I think fiction books are going to heavily move into that direction. I can see ways in which people are going to begin to exploit that. Audiobooks are already popular. Are they going to have some kind of creative, interactive VR experience that you can have with books? I wouldn't be terribly surprised by it. But yeah, I think that it's definitely going to be the next frontier of where we move on and how we consume a lot of our entertainment and a lot of our media.